Ayes have it.
Alright. Moving on to number 8, council reports and other business. We'll start with Councilmember Cahill.
I have nothing additional to report.
Councilmember Fay, you need a minute?
I, with you, Dominic, attended Doug Brooks's retirement party briefly last Friday. I actually chaired the watershed meeting last Thursday due to Joe Baker's absence, work-related up in Canada. It was quite enjoyable. The different cities developed a list of items that I forwarded to, some house cleaning items that I forwarded to Bobby. If he feels that any action on any one of them needs to be brought back to the city, I'm sure he'll do that. And been attending Rotary and made a verbal presentation to the president and the treasurer to keep Maple Plain on their short list, on their radar for potential funding for our Veterans Memorial, and I followed up with a letter for their files. So hopefully by this time next year, we've begun to cross T's and dot I's on Northside Park and
Correct.
be receptive to our needs.
Thank you. Councilmember Toluca.
This morning, the mayor and I met with Bobby on a personnel committee meeting and some discussion about the on-call provisions for our public works. And there'll be some clarifications that will be coming to council in the next month or so. No real changes, just some clarifications that we think might be needed to the HR manual. We also then had a police commission meeting this morning, and business is working very well. Our police also, just by way of remembering, we had about a 0.2% increase in our budget from the police commission. It actually was $787. So Gary and his team did an excellent job. The overall increase was a mere 1.6%. As you can recall, police is a shared services agreement with Independence. And the combination of the two was a very modest 1.6% increase. So just like I complimented Bobby and his staff on theirs, we complimented this morning Gary on his. As a side note, Fire also did a very nice job this year of keeping theirs down, so our thanks to the chief for that. I wanted to read something, though, that was brought up this morning, and if Gary were sitting here, he'd probably be blushing right now, but I think we're all aware that there was a death in the area with Officer Matthews over in Wayzata. What the public may not know is that when an officer, there's probably no worse radio dispatch than an officer down. Those are two words that police never want to hear. What isn't widely known is that when an officer goes down, the police will stand guard over the officer's body. And the police commission received a letter from the funeral home, David's Funeral Home over in Wayzata. Let me read it to you. The solidarity of honor, respect, and mourning among law enforcement for Officers Matthew was clear. His funeral was an emotional time for many, particularly for his family, the Wayzata Police Department, the entire Wayzata community. Many of you did not know him, but you all knew intuitively his commitment to his community, his oath to protect, and his willingness to place himself at risk. On behalf of the entire staff at David Funeral Home, we want to thank each officer that stood guard at the funeral home. Thank you for being there to honor and protect his body from the time it came to us until the time it was his final rest. You displayed a strong commitment to Bill and his family by never leaving him, treating him as your brother to the end. It was pretty remarkable and inspiring for all of us to witness your dedication to this fallen officer. We've never seen anything like this before. We had two of our officers, Sergeant Dennison and Officer Geddes, that literally stood guard in the middle of the night. Most people don't know that. Additionally, the chief, as part of his duties, when he got that officer down call, went over to Wayzata and took command of the incident. It was the James J.
Hills.
Thank you. Days. And essentially, the Wayzata Police Department was relieved of having to have any responsibilities. Police forces from all over the Twin Cities came to help. People
Police
don't
and
know
fire.
that that's the kind of stuff. Police and
And
fire
fire.
both essentially said, you guys deal with what's happened, we'll deal with that. In the middle of a public celebration, Officer Crail, or Chief Crail, and all of our officers went over there. That's the kind of police work that we have. That's the kind of police force that this part of the cities has. And I don't think it goes without saying that we were very pleased this morning with what we heard, and I wanted to share that with public, with you, and with those that are watching this. Well done, Gary. Well done, team.
Thank you, that was well said. Councilmember Rhoda.
I just wanted to thank Doug Brooks again for his years of service. It's fun to celebrate him. It's the first time I've been at a retirement dinner for a firefighter, so hopefully I get to see a few more. But that's all I had to add tonight.
Thank you. It's been a busy month. The Highway 12 Safety Coalition continues to meet and move forward on projects, and I know Independence is working hard with 90. I was able to attend the Regional Council of Mayors meeting. We talked about housing. Was able to attend the West Hennepin Chamber Conference, and we talked about business and entrepreneurship, and then was able to attend the Northwest Hennepin League of Municipalities. And it was very proud to present our budget and give our report, so thank you team and staff for that. And as well, just Friday was a beautiful celebration. We want to thank all of our firefighters and especially Doug Brooks for 33 years. And to echo Councilmember DeLuca's thoughts, that's one nice thing about city government. It's not about the party. It's about being community, and it's about being there for one another. And I was really proud of our city, as we talked about at the West Hennepin League. All the different mayors were sharing different ways their cities were contributing, and it was all about what we could do for one another and what we could do to make a tragic situation the best possible. So it's neat to be a part of that. So I'm grateful for that, and grateful for our team and for our staff as well. So it's been a busy month and a lot going on, so keep up the great work. Any other reports or other business? Do we have any visitors to be heard? Were you given any?
No.
Okay. Oh. Come on up.
I didn't know about
You can fill out your
I'm sorry
form
about
after.
that.
Just state your name and address.
My name is Greg Donnelly. I'll say 1815 Budd Avenue North, where I work, and I live in Mound. But I just want to say thank you. You know, you're public servants. Thank you so much for what you're doing. My father was in the school board, and then later became the mayor of my hometown in Fairmont, and then county commissioner. And so there's a lot of whiners out there, aren't there? I mean, there just are people that complain about this and this. But I just want to say thank you. The road looks beautiful. Budd Avenue, when you're coming north on 12, it looks really good. So I just want to say, as a pastor, thank you so very much. And really, you do a lot of work. Just at number 8, when you're going, excuse me, going around and talking about your different committee meetings, that's a lot of meetings you people have. I mean, it's a lot of stuff to do. So thank you again for that. And I know I got 3 minutes, and I think I can squeeze it in as a pastor, 3 minutes of talking. But I just can't say thank you enough. So I know it didn't go the way we hoped we wanted to, but we're all citizens. We want to make the city better, so we're going to work together. So sleep good tonight, okay? I know you probably tossed and turned a little bit about this, but we're with you. We're with you. So we'll work together, and thank you so much again.
Thank you.
That's
And
all. You.
we appreciate the church's partnership and all they do for the community and the neighbors
Keep
too.
up your good work.
Thank you, Pastor Greg. With that, looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll do that. So moved.
Moved by DeLuca,
Second.
second by Rhoda. All in favor?
Aye.
All
Aye.
right, meeting adjourned, 8:05.